Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the whole flock of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. Gotta give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, the Most High, the Heavenly Father. His Hebrew name is Yahweh, not Yahweh, not Jehovah, not God, not Elohim, not Most High, not Lord, not Yah, not Jah, not Ahaya, not Allah, not Abba, not Yahuwah, not Hashem, not Yahweh, Haveh, Vaveh. It's Yahweh. And his only begotten son name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shah. Not Yahshua, not Yeshua, not Jesus Christos, not Jesus Christ, not Serapis Christos, not Yeshaya, not Yehoshua, not Yahusha, not Yeshua, not Jesus Christos. It's Yahweh Shah. So got to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Rekah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, elder, bishop, and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, whether accepted or not. In a sincere salutation to all the Akim, believing this truth and pushing this truth, but the four winds of the earth, the entire world, shed light to the whole elect. In a sincere salutation to all the Akwath who are listening, learning. If you sisters who are listening, learning, I'm Isaiah from GMS, Orlando Camp, Prophet of Doom. Come listen to a lesson in truth, facts, faith, and edification. Another day of edification. Lord willing, be edifying. So this is copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use they use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. This is for educational purposes only. This is not for monetary gain. I do not own a copyright to this video. This is for educational purposes only. Lord willing, be edifying. Now, this is a video, and the reason I read that because just in case this slow belly recall of GOCC might want to get emotional. So this is a video that the elder brother from GMS Inquire Early did on recall of GOCC. And he titled his lesson, Recall of GOCC Goes Off on Acts 15 and Amos 9. So I just want to add my 2 cents in to this edifying lesson that the elder did. Lord willing, this be edifying. Check this out.
Hello. Thank you so much. Wow. Elder Rakan, Elder Lawyer, you have changed my life. And I just want to say thank you so much, and may the Most High bless and keep you.
Thank you. All praise be to the Most High.
90 seconds.
IUIC, they preach that white people cannot be saved.
Okay.
Can you speak a little bit about that? Like, what is GOCC's doctrine regarding that?
Okay, what is GOCC's doctrine concerning whether or not white people can be saved, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
They say that they cannot.
Okay, yeah. Not only them, and I'm glad you highlighted that. Not only them, UPK says the same thing. And it's also what I taught when I was under the doctrine of School of UPK, then what? Church of UPK in the early 90s. So grab your Bible real quick, sister.
Got it.
I need you to read Acts 15, and I need you to read Acts 15 and 14 all the way down to 17. 15 and 14 all the way to 17. Go on. Now your head is covered?
Simeon has declared. Yes, sir, I got it.
Okay, go on.
Simeon has declared how God at the first did visit the Gentiles to take out of them a people for his name.
Okay, let's stop
And
there. So we all know that was Cornelius who met Peter, right?
Yes.
So why did the Most High allow the doctrine to be accepted to allow the doctrine to be conveyed to Peter, to take out from among the Gentiles a people for his name, correct?
Correct.
Go on.
Verse 15. And to this agree the words of the prophets, as it is written, after this I will return and will build again the tabernacle of David, which is fallen down. And I will build again the ruins thereof, and I will set it up, that the residue of men might seek after the Lord, and all the Gentiles upon whom my name is called, saith the Lord, who doeth all these things.
Now, I want you to see something else that Peter understood. Read the 18th verse.
Known unto God all his works from the beginning of the world.
So the Most High had a plan for all of the nations before the world began, right?
Right.
So let's see the plan. These particular verses you read are being read from the prophets. Prophet Amos. And let's give it context. Let's go to the book of Amos, if you will. Let me know when you're there.
Okay.
Because this is what the disciples were reading. Yes, you there? Start in the 11th verse.
Which chapter?
9 and 11. Amos 9:11. In that day.
Okay. Amos 9 and 11. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old.
Stop there. Now, as you can see, this is the exact quote that the disciples were quoting from, right?
Yes.
Raise up the tabernacle of David, which means the 12 tribes will be one again like it once was under David. Read.
Verse 12.
12.
That they may possess the remnant of Edom and of all the heathens, which are called by my name, saith the Lord that doeth this.
Same thing. Now it goes into the names that you don't see in Acts 15 that are saved. That he's going to raise up the tabernacles of David that was ruined, bring them together, 12 tribes, to do what? That they may possess the remnant of Edom and all the heathens which are called by my name. These are Gentiles who have accepted the truth of Christ, like Cornelius. Saith the Lord that doeth this. Now you understand the plan from the beginning of the world. Now here's a question. If Edomites aren't saved, how are they fulfilling the 12th verse? How will Israel possess Edom and the remnant of the Gentiles who's going to serve Israelites in the kingdom if they're not saved?
Wow. Can't be.
Huh? The remnant of Edom, sister, have to be saved to fulfill this prophecy, right?
Right.
So, in order for this to have actually been applied to Christ, to Peter's ministry, the Most High had to set a scenario through Cornelius to meet Peter so that this scripture can be fulfilled.
Hey, Jake thought Jake was lifted up in his pride. He thought he had one. He sounded deep with that one.
So that the doctrine that was once strictly for Israelites could be what? Could be open so that the Gentiles can do their part in the kingdom to serve. Well, they're not going to serve if they don't convert. And they're not going to convert unless the teachers, like Peter did, teach them.
Shalom. Giving all praises, honor, and glory to our Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah Kodash. Giving double honors to the men that are worthy of double honor. that taught us this true wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and who are ruling well, our apostles and our elders of the Church of Great Millstone, which is based out of New York. Not forgetting our bishops and our elders that are out in Connecticut. Shalom, peace be unto you, as well as double honor. And shalom, peace and love to all of the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. At this point, if they can't get it, they're not going to get it. That's the reason why the scripture says, those that are unjust, let them be unjust still. Those that are unrighteous, let them be unrighteous still. Those that are ignorant, let them be ignorant. There's a such thing as the mystery of the Gentiles, and the mystery of the Gentiles, as it states within the scriptures, have been hidden from all ages, up until now. We understand, who the Gentiles that receive salvation are. You got a bunch of different groups that are out there. Some are have changed the doctrine quick. They switched up overnight, and start teaching that other nations can make it. And because it's lucrative, it brings in the revenue, it lines up their pockets, they can make ducats. And that's the reason why they teach that, and then you got, simple ass people, that follow individuals blindly. They're not like the Church of Berea, where they search the scriptures daily to see if these things are true. They just, yup, that's right. Oh, I get it, even though they don't get it. For an example, case in point, the video that I'm going to respond to, which is this one that you've seen within the post-production of GOCC, which they're just a vessel, with no spirit in it. Because obviously they don't have the spirit of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And there's a woman that called in, and she said, I want to thank you, Rakai, and I forgot the other guy's name. I don't know if his name is Lawyer or whatever. Y'all have changed my life. I guess she used to watch IUIC, but in the back of her mind, she always had an issue with the other nations not being able to make it, or either she just came across an IUIC video, at that point, that part that I said was speculative, because I don't really know the woman, but I'm just going based off of what she said. So she said, I want to thank you for changing my life, and then she asked a question based off, IUIC. She said, well, look, IUIC teaches that the other nations can't make it. That Edomites can't. What's your fucking infatuation with Esau, Edom? Why do you want them to make it so bad? You ain't even got your foot in the door. But it's always Esau. It's always Esau is always a stumbling block. And you know what that means? Look, you niggas are still suffering from Stockholm Syndrome. The scriptures clearly tell you right there in the book that those are the people of his curse. The scriptures tell you right there in the book that they won't receive salvation. That after 1,000 years, when all of the nations lie in their are in their burial, he shall not be joined with them in burial.
All right, so this guy here. Nah, the reason I said, and I told the elder, I gotta learn back this lesson. Because what this devil did, when you go to, first off, when you go to Exodus, right? This is Exodus chapter 3, verse 13. And it reads, And Moses said unto God, Behold, when I come unto the children of Israel, and shall say unto them, The God of your fathers hath sent me unto you. And they shall say to me, What is his name? What shall I say unto them? And God said unto Moses, I am that I am. And he said, Thus shall thou say unto the children of Israel, I am has sent me unto you. This is what Recall from GOCC stop at. Verse 14. He never reads verse 15, as I'm going to show you that he didn't read verse 19 in Acts 15. He didn't tell the chick, that so-called sister, and I say so-called because she's not a sister of mine if she was following a slow belly from GOCC. And God said, this is Exodus 3 and 15. And God said, moreover, unto Moses, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, the Lord, Yahweh, God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, has sent me unto you. This is my name forever, and this is my memorial unto all generations. There's not one place here in Exodus 3 and 15 that it say I am. It said Yahweh, the God of your fathers. And when you go to Exodus 15 and 3, it backs up what it just said in Exodus 3 and 15. This is heavy. Listen to me. That was Exodus 3 and 15 when the Lord told Moses, Yahweh is my name. That's Exodus 3 and 15. This is Exodus 15 and 3. Can't make it up. The Lord, Yahweh, is a man of war. It don't say I am is a man of war. The Lord, Yahweh, is a man of war. The Lord is his name. It don't say I am is a man of war. I am is his name. It said the Lord. All caps, Yahweh. He exists. He is. Now, the reason I read that, because of this. When you go to Acts 15, that slow belly, he didn't tell that so-called sister to read verse 19. Even though as the elder did the lesson, she was confused, man. Listen to this. After reading all that, listen, the title of this lesson will be, when they tell you in Amos 9 and 11 that the breaches shall be closed. Do you know what the breaches is? The breaches being closed is, as it said in Isaiah 11, that Judah ain't going to envy Ephraim and Ephraim ain't going to vex Judah. So if the breaches is going to be closed, that means ain't no heathens nowhere around us, man. That's what that means. Ain't no heathens gonna be around Israel in the kingdom. Acts 15. Let's start at verse 14. Simeon had declared how God at the first did visit the Gentiles to take out of them a people for his name. To take out of them a people for his name. And to disagree, the words of the prophets as it is written. After this, I will return and will build again the tabernacle of David, which is fallen down, and I will build again the ruins thereof. This is the southern and northern kingdom come back together, and I will set it up, that the residue of men might seek after the Lord and all the Gentiles, upon whom my name is called. And the elder, man, I love Isaiah 63, verse 17, and the elder read that in his lesson. We're going to read it, Lord willing. Upon whom my name is called, saith the Lord, who doeth all these things. Doeth what? It's talking about Israel and Judah becoming back as a part of the tabernacle of David. This is verse 18. Known unto God are all his works from the beginning of the world. This verse 19, he never told her to read verse 19. And this is the point I want to establish in this lesson. Acts 15 and 19. Wherefore my sentence is that we trouble not them who, which from among the Gentiles are turned to God. Now look at this. We know the law in Deuteronomy 28, right? In 64 reads, and Yahweh shall scatter thee among all. What? The word I want to deal with in this lesson is among. Among. A-M-O-N-G. Deuteronomy 28:64. And Yahweh shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy father have known, even wood and stone. Now, look at this. So I went to the blue letter and pulled up every precept that say among the Gentiles. This Isaiah 61:9. And their seed, who? Israel's seed, the 12 tribes, shall be known among the Gentiles, and their offspring among the people. And all that see them shall acknowledge them, that they are the seed which Yahweh have blessed. Here's Isaiah 66:19. And I will set a sign among them, and I will send those that escaped of them unto the nations. Tarshish, Pul, and Lud, that draw the bow, Tubal and Javan, to the isles afar off, that have not heard my fame, neither have seen my glory, and they shall declare my glory among the Gentiles. Jeremiah 14:22. Are they any among the vanities of the Gentiles that can cause rain, or can the heavens give showers? Are not thou he, O Yahweh our power? Therefore we will wait upon thee, for thou hast made all these things. Listen to this. Lamentations 2:9. Her gates are sunk into the ground. He have destroyed and broken her bars, Jerusalem. Her king and her princes are among the Gentiles. The law is no more. Her prophets also find no vision from the Lord. During the time of the Babylonians. Look at this. Ezekiel 4:13. And Yahweh said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whether I will drive them. Here is the coal, Hosea 8:8. Israel is swallowed up. Now shall they be among the Gentiles as a vessel wherein is no pleasure. Look at this one. Job 3:9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Micah 5:8. A cold chapter. And the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles in the midst of many people, as a lion among the beasts of the forest, as a young lion among the flocks of sheep, who, if he go through, both treadeth down and teareth in pieces, and none can deliver. Malachi 1:11. For from the rising of the sun, even until the going down of the same, my name shall be great, well, Lord, among the Gentiles. And in every place incense shall be offered unto my name, and a pure offering for my name shall be great among the heathen, saith Yahweh of hosts. Now, when you go to Tobit, it tell you that. In Tobit 3, let's go to it real quick. Tobit 3:13. It reads, I'm sorry, it's Tobit 3. Hold on here. Nope. Hold on. Salakia. I forget what that precept is at. It said declare and extol him. Let me go to Google real quick. Declare. Salakia. Thought I had on point. 13 and 6. Okay, let's go back. Tobit, 13 and 6. Tobit 13 and 3. It reads, confess him before the Gentiles, ye children of Israel, for he hath scattered us among them. Like it say in Hosea 8 and 8. Let's go back to this in the blue letter, right? Now after, man, this is cold, but this is madness at the same time. Look at this, John 7 and 35. This is Yahweh Shah speaking right here. Then said the Jews among themselves, whither will he go, that we should not find him? Will he go unto the dispersed among the Gentiles and teach the Gentiles? Who is the dispersed among the Gentiles? It's the Israelites. And this time, it was Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, man. Look at this, Acts 15 and 7. And when there had been much disputing, Peter rose up, Acts 15 and 7, and said unto them, men and brethren, ye know how that a good while ago God made choice among us that the Gentiles by my mouth should hear the word of the gospel and believe. Which is, he had her to read Acts 15, 14 through 18. What about verse 19 in Acts 15? Acts 15 and 12. Then all the multitude kept silent and gave audience to Barnabas and Paul, declaring what miracles and wonders God had wrought among the Gentiles by them. Here's the Acts 15 and 19, which he didn't have her to read. Wherefore my sentence is that we trouble not them which from among the Gentiles are turned to God. Look, what's Amos 9 say? Let's go to Amos 9. Amos 9 and 8. It reads, Amos 9 and 9, for lo, I will command, and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations. Like as corn is sifted in a sieve, yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. This say, among the nations. Now I want to deal with this. When you read Amos 9 and 11, as it reads, in that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof. What does it mean to close up these breaches? This talking about the southern and northern kingdom coming back together, man. And no heathens among them. And I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old. This is the same this is the same thought. Listen, that day, who is the day? The tabernacle of David. Listen, Amos 9:11. In that day would I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen. And the tabernacle of David consists of the southern and northern kingdom only. And the breaches being closed is talking about only Judah and Israel together, no heathens around them. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins. Whose ruins? David ruins. And I will build it as in the days of old, that they, who? The tabernacle of David, Israelites, may possess the remnant of Edom, and of all the heathen, which I call by my name, saith the Lord that doeth this. It say, which I call by my name, Israel. This still talking about verse 11. Verse 12 is still talking about verse 11. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof. And I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old. Go read the book of Ezra and the book of Nehemiah. It tell you, let me show you real quick, Lord willing. When you go to Nehemiah, right? I think it's Nehemiah. So look at this. Is it Nehemiah? Is it Nehemiah or Ezra? Let me make sure here. Right here. Nehemiah 4 and 7. But it came to pass that when Sanballat and Tobiah and the Arabians and the Ammonites and the Ashdodites heard that the walls of Jerusalem were made up and that the breaches began to be stopped, then they were very wroth and conspired all of them together to come and to fight against Jerusalem and to hinder it. Nevertheless, we made our prayer unto our power and set a watch against them day and night because of them. Who? Heathens. Heathens, man. The breaches is closed. Let's go back. Amos 9. Hey, that 501c3 is powerful, man. Amos 9:11. In that day when I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, David's ruins, which is Judah and Ephraim, and I will build it as in the days of old, that they may possess the remnant of Edom, and of all the heathen. They're going to possess of all the heathen, Judah and Ephraim, which are called by my name, saith Yahweh that doeth this. This is talking about Amos 9:11, the Israelites. And as the elder brother read, Isaiah 63:17, the heathen was never called by the name of the Lord. This ain't what that's talking about, man. But going back to this, Acts 15:19, wherefore my sentence is that we trouble not them which from among the Gentiles are turned to God. Now, right here in John 7:35, they just X out the words of the Lord. They X out the words of Yahushua, man. John 7:35. Then said the Jews among themselves, whither will he go, that we should not find him? Will he go unto the dispersed? It don't say to the Gentiles. Will he go unto the dispersed among the Gentiles and teach the Gentiles? Acts 21:19. And when he had saluted them, he declared particularly what things God hath wrought among the Gentiles by his ministry. Among the Gentiles. Acts 21:21. And they are informed of thee that thou teachest all the Jews which are among the Gentiles to forsake Moses' saying that they ought to not circumcise their children, neither to walk after the customs. Did you see this? Acts 21:21. And they are informed of thee that thou teachest all Jews which are among the Gentiles, that thou teachest all Jews which are among the Gentiles to forsake Moses' saying that they ought not to circumcise their children, neither to walk after the customs. Romans 2:24. For the name of God is blasphemed, where? Among the Gentiles, through you, as it is written. Romans 15:9. And that the Gentiles may glorify God for his mercy, as it is written, for this cause I will confess to thee among the Gentiles and sing unto thy name. 1 Corinthians 5:1. It is reported commonly that there is fornication among you, and such fornication as is not so much as named, where? Among the Gentiles, that one should have his father's wife. Galatians 2:2. And I went up by revelation and communication unto them that gospel which I preach among the Gentiles, but privately to them which were of reputation. Who is a reputation? Jews. Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Stop playing with us, man. And I went up by revelation and communicated unto them that gospel which I preach among the Gentiles, but privately to them which were of reputation, lest by any means I should run or have run in vain. Hey, come on, brother. You know you're Israelite, right? That's what it say. Among the Gentiles, but privately to them which were of reputation. Who? Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Hey, come on, brother. You from the tribe of Judah, right? Hey, check this out, brother. You from the tribe of Benjamin? Hey, brother, you know you from the tribe of Levi, right? Check this out. This is what they're talking about, man. Unto me, this is Ephesians 3:8. Unto me, whom at least than the least of all saints is the grace given, that I should preach where? Among the Gentiles, the unsearchable riches of Mashiach. To whom, Colossians 1:27, to whom God would make known what is the riches of the glory of what? This mystery among the Gentiles, which is Hamashiach, or Mashiach, in you, the hope of glory. Here's the last one on here, but I got more. 1 Peter 2:12, having your conversation honest among the Gentiles. Having your conversation honest among the Gentiles. Like it said in Philippians 2:15. It said, do all things without murmurings. Let me read it. Look at this. See, that 501c3. Hey, niggas will sell out. Niggas will sell out and turn the gospel of the Lord to merchandise. Philippians 2:13. For it is God which worketh in you, both to will and to do of his good pleasures. Do all things without murmurs and disputings. This is talking to Israelites. That ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of God, without rebuke, in the midst of what, Lord? Of a crooked and perverse nation. Who's crooked? The so-called white man. The old serpent of old. In the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, among whom ye shine as lights in the world. Stop playing with us, man. 1 Peter 2:12. Having your conversation honest among the Gentiles. Hey, if our conversation was wicked and after the world, what would separate the hopeful elect from the 2/3? What would separate your conversation from the hopeful elect and 2/3 among the heathens? It wouldn't be no separation. Having your conversation honest among the Gentiles, that whereas they speak against you as evildoers, they may be your good works. That is a they may by your good works, which they shall behold, well, in the highways and hedges, in the streets and lanes, on a unicorn, glorify God in the day of visitation. Look at this. Here's another precept that they didn't put in here. Here's another precept that them fucking small hats didn't put in the blue letter. Look at this. You see, this is why we supposed to defend this gospel, man. This is ours, man. Galatians chapter 1. Look at this. Here's Galatians 1:14. And profited in the Jews' religion above many my equals in my own nation. In my own nation. This is Paul. Paul was a Benjamite. Being more exceedingly zealous of the traditions of my fathers. Not heathen fathers, my fathers. Look, verse 15. Verse 15. But when it pleased God, who separated me from my mother's womb and called me by his grace, verse 16, to reveal his son in me, that I might preach him, well, Paul, among the heathen. Immediately, I conferred not with flesh and blood. What? This nigga, Rakah from GOCC, got live on wax. And as I put on the elder channel, I put on the elder comment board, this nigga is subverting whole houses, man. Where is it? Titus. This is Titus 1:9. Holding fast the faithful word as he have been taught, that he may be able to, by sound doctrine, both to exhort and to convince the gainsayers. For there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision, Israelites that's destroying our people, whose mouths must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not for filthy lucre's sake. Listen, man. This nigga lied to that girl. And then the point that I want to deal with is he didn't have her to read verse 19. Just like he don't read Exodus 3 and 15. Acts 15 and 19. Wherefore, my sentence is that we trouble not them who, which from among the Gentiles are turned to God. Why are they that's among the Gentiles will be turned to the Lord? Because of this. Because of this. Because they are Israelites. Hosea 8 and 8. Israel is swallowed up. Now shall they be among the Gentiles as a vessel wherein is no pleasure. Hold on. Amos 9 and 9. For lo, I will command and will sift the house of Israel, well, Lord, among all nations. Like as corn is sifted in the sieve, yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. And the elder read this, and I love this precept, man. I've been reading this for a long time since the Lord reactivated me to this truth. Isaiah 63 and 17. O Yahweh, why hast thou made us to err from thy ways? Why hast thou made us to err from thy ways, and harden of our heart from thy fear? Return for thy servants' sake the tribes of thine inheritance. The people of thy holiness have possessed it but a little while. Our adversaries have trodden down thy sanctuary. That's in Psalm 79 and 1. Our adversary have trodden down thy sanctuary. We are thine. Thou never bearest rule over them. They were not called by thy name. Amos 9 and 12 is talking about Amos 9 and 11. The tabernacle of David. Look. Psalms 79 and 1. O God, the heathen are coming to thine inheritance. The holy temple have they defiled. They have laid Jerusalem on heaps. See? Them devils is not a part of this. And this is what the Lord said in Revelation 11 and 1. And there was given me a reed like unto a rod. And the angels stood, saying, Rise and measure the temple of God, and the altar, and them that worship therein, which is the elect. These scriptures, this Bible, man. But the court, which is without the temple, leave out, and measure it not. Why, Lord? For it is given unto the Gentiles, and the holy city shall they tread underfoot 40 and 2 months. Where is that at? In Luke. They're going to tread the city 40 and 2 months? Yup. Thus saith the Lord. Luke 21 and 24. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. Listen, man. These guys here are liars, man. And they got the 501c3 tax exempt. So they're supposed to do this. This is what a 501c3 tax exempt church supposed to do. Go against Yahweh Shai. They are antichrist, man. Antichrist, which it tell you. Let's get this in 1 John chapter 4. This is 1 John 4 and 1. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits, whether they are of God, because many false prophets are gone out into the world. Hereby know ye the Spirit of God. Every spirit that confesses that Yahweh Shai Mashiach is come in the flesh is of God. And every spirit that confesses not that Yahweh Shai Mashiach is come in the flesh is not of God. And this is that spirit of Antichrist, whereof ye have heard that it shall come, even now already is it in the world. And I got to get this. Romans 16 and 17. It reads, Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offenses contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them. For they that are such serve not our Lord Yahushua Mashiach, but their own belly, and by good words and fair speeches deceive the hearts of the simple. This is what these niggas is doing. Let me get this one. 2 Timothy 3 and 13. But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived. But continue down the things which thou hast learnt and has been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learnt them. Hey, so these guys is going off. They are subverting whole houses with this madness, man. But as Apostle Hall always say, as the apostles always say, as the scriptures say, the elect will not be deceived, man. Only 2/3 will be taken by these false prophets. Can the Gentiles, white man, be saved? No. And this nigga, with his smooth words, he made that sound deep. If it tell you in Amos 9 that they gonna possess the remnant of Edom, then how's Edomites gonna be destroyed? You slow belly. And if anybody follow this madness, you gotta be slow yourself. The kingdom gotta be rebuilt, man. It tell you that in Isaiah 60 and in Isaiah 61. And it tell you in Psalms 149 that we're gonna put chains on their kings and their nobles. And it gonna bind their kings and nobles with fetters of iron, man. They go into captivity, man. And I've been making the point, right? In the kingdom of heaven, which will be on earth. Oh, I was gonna go to this too, because the breach is being closed. Is this? I want to read this too before I close. Call out Yahweh Shema B'Shai, because I had forgot. In Isaiah 11:11, it reads this: And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again a second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria and from Egypt and from Pathros and from Cush and from Elam and from Shinar and from Hamath and from the islands of the sea. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. The envy also of Ephraim shall not depart. The envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. What adversaries of Judah shall be cut off? Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim. But they shall fly upon the shoulders of the Philistines towards the west. They shall spoil them of the east together. They shall lay their hands upon Edom and Moab, and the children of Ammon shall obey them. So, that's the breaches of the house of David, the tabernacle of David being closed. Judah and Ephraim come back together. So, I want to say, in the kingdom of heaven, which will be on earth under Yahushua, right, King David, and 144,000, and all of Israel, salvation is not you walking to Jerusalem, because all the heathen nation will be tributaries to the Israelites forever. They will be tributaries. It tell you that in Lamentations 1:1 that the 12 tribes of Israel became tributary to the heathen nations. So the heathen nations will be tributaries to Israel under Yahushua, right? Salvation is not a heathen nation got to walk to Jerusalem. Whether it take 2, 3, 4 days to come from wherever you at, a day's journey, 2 days journey. Because when you look at the map of Israel, it shows you that you had Edom, Ammon, Moab, all these nations right outside of Jerusalem, right? Israel. Whether it take a day's journey, 2 days journey, 3 days journey, they ain't coming on chariots, man. They're going to have to use horses and buggies to bring their tributaries to Israel. But the Israelites, with angelic bodies, get to jump into chariots. It tell you in Isaiah 4 and 5 that it's going to be a chariot over every palace of an Israelite man in the kingdom of heaven. The heathens ain't going to have chariots over their palaces. Even if the heathen have a palace or a home or a mansion, they ain't going to have no chariots over them. For you to have to walk to Jerusalem, whether it's a day, 2 days journey to bring your tributary to Israel, that's not salvation. They're going to live and get old, enjoy their kids, enjoy their life, eat real food, breathe real air, right? Drink clean water. But that's not salvation, because the heathen nation will still get old and die. The Israelites, as a nation of people, will not get old. We will not die. That's salvation. Salvation is being saved from your enemies. Salvation is being saved from danger. The heathen nations will constantly, continually, forever be in danger. It's going to be righteous danger. It will be righteous danger, but they're going to be in danger because they still got to bring tributaries. If you got salvation, you don't owe nobody nothing. Guess what? According to the Lord, the heathen nations will owe us continually forever. Look what this say in Deuteronomy 15. Hey, stop playing with us, man. Deuteronomy 15 and 6. For the Lord Yahweh, thy God, blesseth thee, as he promised thee, and thou shalt lend unto many nations, but thou shalt not borrow. And thou shalt reign over many nations, but they shall not reign over thee. See that? So in the kingdom of heaven, salvation is only for the Israelites. Because we going to do the lending, and everybody that's going to do the borrowing. And guess what? We coming with the usury. Yeah. Salvation is not to you if you got to pay back usury. What these niggas talking about? Lord is edifying. Give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim Rikah Korash, the Bonner City Apostles, Elder Bishop, and Elders, great millstone, who rule well, teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all Israel, whether you can accept it or not. In a sincere salutation to all the Akim, believing this truth and pushing this truth toward the four winds of the earth, the entire world, shedding like to the elect. Shalom to the Awaz who are listening, learning. You few sisters who are listening. You few sisters who are listening to our tuning in. May Yahweh Bashim Yahushua continue to bless you in your houses. May the blessing will let you be upon your houses. Till next time, I say Shalom. Wa Abba.